Take a look at how gorgeous that is, huh? Wow. Now again, that's the MAC snow, which is a co-dominant, and that's a super snow. And then of course, it's also a red-eyed albino. I only have a handful of days before I leave for China, so most of the time in my life I'm always really busy with tons of stuff going on. I'm always running around. I've got all kinds of things going on, but the next few days I'm going to probably be staying put pretty tight back at the shop, making sure that all the little things are prepared so that all the animals are being cared for and the business runs without me being there. So today I'm just heading to the shop. I'll hang out with you guys a bit. I think I'm just going to show you guys some kind of cool snakes and hopefully have a good time that way rather than doing some really big adventure today. So today, I suppose, is all about snakes. So today's a pretty busy day, but I'm always happy when I'm working with snakes, so I'm not complaining at all. But I do want to take a couple breaks and just kind of show you guys some pretty cool animals. And ironically enough, we're going to start with geckos, not snakes. But right now, I just want to show you a handful of really cool geckos. Just to give you an idea, this whole wall here, that whole wall there, are nothing but baby geckos. So we have a lot of baby geckos, and I could probably spend 2 hours showing you, but I'm just going to show you a few things. I know they're the kind of newest rack, or I shouldn't say newest rack, they're the oldest babies that were hatched a few weeks ago, and there's a few that I was like, oh my god, these are so beautiful when I was looking through, so I got to show you. Check out this one first. This is actually a Raptor Super Snow Gecko right here. Let me just get this in focus a little bit. Come here, little guy. So take a look at how gorgeous that is, huh? Wow. Now again, that's the MAC snow, which is a co-dominant, and that's a super snow. And then of course, it's also a red-eyed albino. So I'll put that one back. Take a look at this one up here. This is actually a Tremper super snow white and yellow. So it's a relatively similar to that one that we just saw, but the difference is that it's just kind of pure white. So, I mean, that's a really neat animal. We produced a handful of these last year and are now yearlings, and they were really, really cool. So I was excited about that. This is a super hypo white and yellow eclipse. So look at the pattern on that one right there. Isn't that thing cool looking? And again, that white and yellow gene a lot of times makes things just really, really awesome. Really reduced patterns and really pops things. And again, this hypo is again a reduction of pattern, and the eclipse is the eye pigmentation, which also jumbles up pattern a little bit. And that way you get these really cool animals like this. And then we're like line breeding for stuff like this new tangerine line that we've been working with that is just really beautiful. I mean, look at how orange that animal is. I mean, and again, that's just a little guy. You can see, like, there's my finger, and there's so it's just a little guy. You can only imagine these things get brighter as they get older. So that thing is just going to be neon orange when it's done. So that's going to be really, really cool. Let me just pull this guy out real quick. This is actually a bold bell. So again, that's the bell albino. And again, there's 3 different albino lines. There's the Bell line, there's the Tremper line, and then there's the Vegas line, or the rainwater line, as some people call them. I really like the Bell line best, personally. And then that bowl just makes it look incredible. So that's really a neat animal. Let's see here. This is just a really pretty Tremper, which is another albino line that is not compatible with the Bell line, and this is a white and yellow. And again, so that gives you an idea of what the white and yellow does to these mutations. It's just like really, really whacks them out and makes them really pretty. So try to get a top shot there for you guys. So that's really a beautiful animal. And then let me see, I'll show you guys one more really quick, and that's, look at that thing right there. Isn't that thing awesome? That's actually a hypo snow white and yellow. And again, that white and yellow gene does really cool stuff, and when you mix it with the snow and the hypo, you get this really cool animal. So again, guys, tons of cool geckos, lots of work to do today, so I'm back to work, but I'll take a break every now and then and just kind of show you guys some things, or if as I'm working, whether I'm spot cleaning or feeding or going through animals, if I see something that's like, oh my god, I gotta show you guys, I'll take a break and show you guys. just to give you guys an idea, I really try to look at every snake in my section every single day. Even if I'm not feeding or watering them, I at least try to look at them. I'll pull out some poop, or I'll just spot clean them really quick, but I'm trying to take a look at them, and that's what we want all our crew to do as well, is that even if they're not working with a specific animal, they at least open the cage and take a look. So today I'm doing a little bit of a spot clean on some of them. Other ones I'm just taking a look at, making sure that everything looks good, because you never know from day to day. If you see something weird, you want to make sure you see it as soon as possible. So that's what I'm doing right now. Spot clean mania. I tell you, that seems to be the theme of my life, always spot cleaning snakes. But I think about it, sometimes we do these time lapse, and I'm sure you guys are thinking like, what's in those cages? I want to see what he's spot cleaning. So I figure I'll just do a roll for you guys right now, so you can actually look at what I'm looking at, to give you guys a little bit of a peek of what it's like that I'm doing every single day. It's a Texas rat snake, het for scaleless. This is also a Texas rat snake, and you can see the difference in color. See, the other one was very gray. This one is actually very colorful. This is actually a leucistic, scaleless Texas rat snake. Here's a Sinaloan milk snake right here. I'm just getting some of the poop out of the back here. These guys poop a lot. Another Sinaloan milk snake right here. There's another Sinaloan milk snake in the back right there. Another Sinaloan. Set this down for a second. Just gotta clean out some of that poop that's in here. What do you guys say we pull some colubrid eggs? Yeah, we're still getting snake eggs, so which is an awesome thing, but we are getting kind of down to the end of it here. And here's a clutch of eggs right here that was actually laid earlier that I saw, and this is actually a Mexican black king. You can see how beautiful that snake is, and of course this is her second clutch. So we're at that time of the year with the colubrids where they're laying the second clutches, which is of course their final clutch, and then it's just a matter of beefing them up to get ready for hibernation. That's in about 2.5 to 3 months or something like that. So anyways, here's the eggs. We're just basically putting them inside here. And it's always awesome. 2, 4, 5 eggs, so not bad for a second clutch. She laid 7 eggs the first clutch, so total she gave us 12 eggs, which is pretty awesome. Not too bad for this girl. So so regardless, I hope that you guys are enjoying a little bit of the day-to-day life that we have here. And for people that are kind of joining in that haven't, don't even know who I am and stuff like that, I hope that we can kind of teach you that snakes are just amazing creatures, and that's kind of what my life is about. But the truth is, it's not just about snakes. I mean, I like all animals, and I like to do all animal adventures, so it's going to be all kinds of things coming up. Actually, here in a few days, we're heading to China. We're going to get a chance to see all kinds of things, from turtles to lemurs to pandas at the end of the trip, so there's going to be some really cool stuff. So definitely hang in there with me, and it should be pretty awesome. But again, it's kind of just my life as an animal lover, really, more than a reptile lover. And of course, I am a reptile lover, and of course, I do make my living breeding snakes. So for those of you watching this for the first time going, what is this guy doing with all those snakes in those containers? We actually breed mainly what I would refer to as pet snakes. So people that really love reptiles and want to buy a pet snake, they have to buy them from a source that has a nice variety of them, and I'm that guy, or one of those guys. There's other great people here too, but let's see what we have here. Oh, this is a nice little clutch. Look at how pearly white that is. And again, that's another Mexican black king snake. So this one has 2, 4, 6 eggs in it, so a little bit more than the other girl, and that's awesome. So yeah, so regardless, we spend our days cleaning and feeding snakes, and I spend my days always looking for animal adventures all over the world. So again, for the guys that have been watching me on snake bites for years, or people that are just finding me for the first time, you'll kind of join me on my adventures when it comes to snake breeding, snake hatching, but also all animal stuff. You know, I've been fortunate to, you know, mess with lions and cheetahs and elephants and rhinos and you name it, so it's going to be a really fun time. But for now, we're collecting snake eggs, and these guys will hatch in about 2 months. We'll have baby snakes, which of course we're hatching, and you can see that in yesterday's vlog, a bunch of really cool snakes hatching, so it's going to be a really good time. But these aren't the only first clutches. I think we have 2 or 3 on the other side, so let's go check that out. And of course, this is a corn snake. This is actually a het for scaleless corn snake. So yeah, so there are actually snakes, several different types of snakes actually, that have no scales. It's actually a recessive mutation, much like albinism would be. So basically, when you breed them, you can breed 2 scaleless together and you can produce more scaleless, or you can breed and get heterozygous scaleless and eventually get scaleless animals. And again, these second clutches are usually much smaller than first clutches. And this girl is a relatively small girl too, so she only had 4 eggs, it looks like. I'm going to search around in this stuff a little bit more to make sure. Yep, looks like just 4 eggs. So, but they were all good, so no slug eggs, so that's really nice. And again, what we do is we basically mark down everything so that we have all the information, so that when they hatch, we know exactly what males and females bred those animals, of course, so that we can identify what the babies are. So this is a, let me get this down, this is a K10 het scaleless, and it's actually het albino scaleless as well, so that's kind of cool. And it's just 4 eggs, so small clutch. But yeah, let's see here. I think that there's 1, 2, 3 more clutches, 4 more clutches on this side, so we've got a few more to collect really quick. So let's check this one out right here. Let's see what we got. We'll just pull this out. Again, another corn snake right here. Put this guy back in his cage. Bye. All right, and we'll see what we got as far as eggs here. So these guys are rolling around a little bit, and you can actually kind of look for the red spot to see where they should actually roll, because after the snakes roll them around a little bit, sometimes you have to put them back where they're supposed to be, but these ones look pretty good. So again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is a little infertile egg. So this is just an egg that doesn't have a baby in it, so it goes in the garbage, and that's the end of that. And again, that's another het. That is actually a het for butter scaleless corn snake. So, and actually it's het for motley too. So it's het butter motley scaleless corn snake. So it could be a 4-bang animal, which is pretty cool. So let me just mark this down really quick. So yeah, so now the long wait, you know. So basically what happens from here is that we set them up basically up top of the shelves that are you know, plenty good for them to incubate on, and we wait the 60 days for baby snakes, which is pretty cool. And then just for people that don't know, baby snakes hatch, and then they usually have about you know, about 7 to 10 days before they have their first shed, and that's when they're absorbing all that yolk inside. And then after they get done absorbing the yolk inside, they'll eat the first time. So really, baby snakes don't typically eat for about anywhere from 10 to 14 days after they're born. So just so now you're getting some snake knowledge, people. All right, what do we got here? Another corn snake. This is a really small clutch. All right, put her back. This clutch is only 3 eggs. And we'll probably candle these guys just because they're rolling all over the place, but we'll set them up right now. We'll go back and candle them here in a little bit, just so I don't bore you guys with walking around candling snakes. But so that's 3 eggs, and then there's just really 1 more clutch. And lastly, another corn snake clutch over here. This is actually a het strawberry sun-kissed corn snake. We can see what we got in here. And that's a little bit better clutch right there. So this is a, let's see here. Get these guys out. Put them aside there. Get that last egg out here. Put that there. And then what we'll do is we'll move this snake out. Put it back. Take this out. slide it in. The other thing about these are that these females will literally go into shed almost immediately or very close to after they lay their clutch, and once they come out of shed they'll start feeding again. Again, these are second clutches now, so they laid their first clutch about 4 to 6 weeks ago, so now they have to really beef up. So we have to put tons and tons of food into them so that they're nice and big and healthy and happy, so that when they go into hibernation they have plenty of body weight to get through that 3 months of cooling down, which is nice because it gives them a dormant period and it gives me a chance to take a little break from cleaning these guys every single day. So that's colubrids eggs.